I'm Brooke Bowler. I am in the Recruiting and Student Programs and Outreach Department, and I am the recruiting lead here at Dahlgren. I wanted to join NSWCDD for quite some time, and I think that's why I relate so well to a lot of the candidates and new hires that we have. It took me almost 7 years to finally get in, and so being on the other side of it now as a recruiting lead, I like to try to help the candidates get rid of those barriers, those roadblocks that we think we have as new hires. And really help them succeed in getting their application resume in front of hiring managers. We hire interns and accept interns no matter where they're at in their education journey. So you can be a senior in high school to a graduate student going after your PhD. To apply, you would want to visit our Career Opportunities website. That way you can submit your resume and information into our resume database. We really encourage our students to go to career fairs, whether you have the opportunity to do that virtually or in person, because it's truly a great way to have that face-to-face time with hiring managers. So when you're applying to Dahlgren, you want your resume to have your contact information, of course, the program that you are enrolled in or accepted in, any technical skills, systems that you're familiar with, as well as any and all experience. We get interns that have babysitting experience. That's fine. That shows that you're reliable, that you're trustworthy. So don't think that your experience is ever too little, too few. One of the great things about our internship program here at Dahlgren is not only that you get paid for your time, of course, but we also offer financial aid for books and tuition. At the end of the day, it's truly about your hands-on experience, the building skills related to the job that you're interested in. We also allow a lot of flexibility with our program. You can keep coming back summer to summer until you graduate. So if you want to start your internship with us in your bachelor's degree, you can keep going until you get your PhD. We have a lot of flexibility with that a lot of candidates aren't aware of. The best time for students to apply for an internship would be by March of each year. So you want to allow enough time for you to complete the onboarding paperwork, get through security, and so it aligns up with your end of your spring semester and the start of summer. The departments play a critical role in the onboarding of our interns, not just administratively, but also they provide the great mentors, thought leaders that really work with our students, get them involved, listen to the students. It is a great opportunity for them to teach students the skills that they need in the organization and prepare those students for a full-time role once they graduate. We really wanted some current interns or previous interns to come in here and tell you about their experience. I hope that they are able to tell you a little bit about themselves, about their experience, so you can feel that connection with them.
My name is Braxton Westbrook. I go to Tennessee Technological University, and my department is the Cyber Engineering Support. So I went to Tennessee Tech because I wanted to get away from home and because of an instructor that I met there who actually is now at the National Science Foundation. She was a big draw, a big encourager of myself, and she made me feel at home there. I'm a double major in computer science and political science. The scholarship I'm under, the Department of Defense Cybersecurity Scholarship Program, how it works is that you're actually assigned an agency if you get selected. So before this, I had never heard of Dahlgren, didn't really know much about this area of the country. I said yes, that I accept the requirements of the program and that I agree to being here. And so next thing I knew, I was here at Dahlgren.
My name is Maddie Holt. I go to Christopher Newport University and I work for the Ship Self-Defense System Interoperability Team. I went to my first university for history and secondary education and then did a complete 180 at Christopher Newport University, majoring in computer science with a minor in math. I graduated from CNU this past spring with my bachelor's of science in computer science and a minor in math, but I am expected to graduate with my master's in applied computer science and physics next spring, so spring 2024. My school, CNU, does these job fairs. We do these things every Thursday called Pizza My Mind, where they bring in a representative. It's really cute. You get pizza and the representative just talks about their company. So I originally heard about NSWC Dahlgren repeat to my mind. And then at the job fair, like the following semester, I was just kind of handing my resume out like a maniac, and I guess Dahlgren picked it up, and here we are.
My name is Gabrielle Mack, and I am with the cybersecurity engineering branch. I started off just wanting to do just cybersecurity. And once I was like, well, you know, everybody just does cybersecurity. Why not be a cybersecurity engineer? And George Mason was one of the schools that was one of the ones that only offered cybersecurity engineering as a program for underneath their college. So that's what really drew me to Mason. Of course, the diversity, and then you get on that campus and it's not just like a huge campus. It's like, okay, I can take this. I can really see myself going here. So my current supervisor, at the time, me and her daughter played basketball together in high school, and she introduced me to Dahlgren and her branch. And of course, I'm doing cybersecurity engineering, which is her branch, so I was excited to see what you guys do over here.
My name is Zachary Conroy. I'm a mechanical engineer for the Integrated Engagement Systems Department, which is the department that works on most of the primary weapon systems that go on Navy ships. I went to University of Delaware in Newark, Delaware. I actually had no idea Dahlgren existed, but my academic advisor at school sent us an email about a NAVC career fair, and I went in. I talked to one of the branch heads at the time. We had a great conversation. I told her about all the projects I did in college, and how I always wanted to work for DoD. And then the next day I got a offer for an internship. Now I have converted to a full-time employee through a program called SSEP. SSEP stands for Summer STEM Employment Program, which is where they hire interns to come work at Dahlgren during the summer, STEM students. Once you graduate, you are converted to a full-time employee. They also offer tuition assistance. They pay for half of your tuition. If you do 1 year, which is about 30 weeks, you give 30 weeks in service in return.
I've been here 3 summers now. This is my 3rd summer. If you're concerned about not fitting in or not having a place for your specific skill set here, while that's a valid concern, that has definitely not been the experience that I've encountered here. It absolutely is a sigh of relief to know that I won't have to go job hunting every single day from 9 to 5 pretty much after I graduate. I know where I'm going to be, and that brings a lot of, that really eases my mind.
One really valuable thing I've learned from my internship experience is probably just learning about Dahlgren in itself. I had no idea what I was kind of getting into. I'd never heard of Naval Surface Warfare Center. I'd never heard of that. And I keep coming back to the mission. Before I was kind of ignorant. I knew like your average like Army, Navy, Marine, everything, but I didn't know like what actually happens like behind the scenes, how it all fits together. I didn't really know that. So that's probably one valuable thing I've learned is like how it all functions.
You will pick up a lot of technical skills, a lot of leadership skills, definitely public speaking and communication as well. I'm definitely thinking about coming back and working here. I feel like this is a good start. Definitely like just coming straight out of college, you're like, oh, what should I do? Or what's the next step? And I feel like having your foot in the door already and just continuing on, you can add on to the experience here at Dahlgren.
If you're thinking about applying, apply. There's honestly no reason to be so hesitant. If you're worried about housing, Dahlgren has a lot of accommodations. And even if you come here and you decide maybe Dahlgren's not for me, all the experience will still help you no matter wherever you go. You work on a lot of cool stuff. You can't really go anywhere else and say, oh yeah, I worked on a 16-inch gun that you see on a destroyer. It's really fulfilling because you realize as those other interns come in, you were in their place at one point, but now you have a lot more knowledge. It's a lot more enticing to share all that knowledge that you learned and help them so that they can become better engineers in the future.
The best part of my internship experience here has got to be the people.
The people.
Just being underneath all these different professionals.
Getting to work with so many high-level engineers.
The people here have been by far the most welcoming that I've ever encountered. I mean, throughout everything that I've done before.
I feel like Dahlgren has a real big sense of community.
Seeing them do work inside of the branch that I'm in, and being open arms and allowing me to try new things.
All the stuff I learned in school helped me a little bit, but there was nothing like gaining the actual experience of talking with other mechanical engineers who have spent years in this field.
You get your foot in the door, and I think Dahlgren, at least in my experience, has a really good internship program. They want you to succeed as an intern. I like to have kind of a purpose, and I feel like Dahlgren gives you that purpose.
Be willing to try everything because there's so much that you can do here. Don't just get stuck to one thing. Just keep going, and if somebody offers you something, take it, and you never know how it'll turn out, and it'll probably be the best experience that you can have.
Here at Dahlgren, we hope that the students walk away with understanding the purpose, mission of Dahlgren. And then at the end of the day, if they appreciate and love the mission and purpose, then they'll come back summer after summer and return once they graduate to a full-time position. We understand that our students are our future workforce. They are the pipeline to everything that our warfighters need. Leadership knows how critical they are, and we value them. It's truly a great place to work.